So Steven, tell us about these 7,000 freelancers, about these content creators. Who are they? How do you find them? And how does the system work?
Well, it's a really exciting time right now because there is a wealth of talent all around the country who now have this unique opportunity to express themselves on the internet. And so what we've done over the past 3.5 years since we started the company is qualify thousands of freelancers, writers, filmmakers, copy editors, the type of folks that you would find at normal traditional media companies. And what we've done is use them to help create high quality content that finds its way to our award-winning websites like livestrong.com and ehow.com that we own and operate. And we're now a top 20 ComScore network, so that means that those freelance content creators actually get their work seen by millions of people.
And how do they get paid?
They actually get paid twice a week, actually. I think you probably know many of the problems with being a freelancer is, you wake up and you don't know where your next gig is coming from. And there's lots of back and forth, and sometimes that takes weeks and sometimes months to actually even get paid.
So they're paid on what basis?
We actually pay them a flat fee in a very transparent way, so X amount for this article or video. And what's really interesting is our freelancers really love this because we pay twice weekly. So if you submit an article or a video on Wednesday and it's approved, you get paid on Friday. And we also offer a limited healthcare plan for our most active creators. And what we find is the fact that we have over 100,000 assignments available every single day, added with those twice weekly payments, it's a really exciting and profitable venture for lots of freelancers.
How does the project management work? Like, Joe in St. Louis does something, and then how does it work for the system?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the most important thing you have to realize is every single one of our content creators is qualified. So they have to submit a writing sample, a resume, if they're a filmmaker, a demo reel. And so this isn't user-generated content. This is professional freelancers doing the work that they've done for decades, along the lines of what you would think of with the Associated Press, right? Stringers all around the country, all writing to a certain specification. So once they apply to Demand Studios, and if they're accepted, then they actually go through a training program where they learn about how to write for our sites. So for example, livestrong.com, our health and fitness site. So they need to have certain qualifications in a medical field to write for that particular site. And what we do is we actually instruct them particular titles to write. And we get those titles from our content algorithms, which we've developed over the past few years. So we know that there's a real near-term ROI on that content. So the freelancer wakes up in the morning, logs into demandstudios.com, and they're able to see I checked today, we have over 150,000 assignments available today. And so they're able to select the assignment. It shows how much we're going to pay them. They actually need to follow a certain format, which they've been trained in through Demand Studios. And then they write the article, for example. It then goes through a plagiarism checker, then goes through a copy editor and a fact check. So it goes through a traditional editorial process, and then once it's accepted, is published live on the site, and 2 days later they get paid via PayPal.
How do you know what people want to watch, and how does that drive content creation? Could you kind of give an explanation of that?
Sure. It's actually very simple. So we think of it as the 3 A's. We never create a piece of content unless it has an audience, an advertiser, and the ability to get traffic. And the reason that we do that is we want to make sure that there's a profitable business for everyone. And I think we've seen in the traditional media business today, profitability seems a bit elusive. And so what we tried to do when we started the company 3.5 years ago was find a way to bring profitability and a focus on the economics back into the equation.
So with such a massive site, you said today you have 100 million uniques?
So our network, we got our Omniture numbers last night, and so we just crossed 100 million uniques on Omniture, yeah. We syndicate the largest portion of our library to YouTube. They've been a very, very good partner, and it's one that works for both of us. They get high quality content that is attractive to advertisers and to users, and we get great distribution for our content, branding for our brands. We have livestrong.com channel and ehow channel. And then again, going back to the creators, our filmmakers get their work seen by millions and millions of people on the fastest growing video site on the world.
And how do you monetize with YouTube?
So we have a relationship with YouTube, like many do, that has the ability for us to sell into that inventory or for them to sell. So it's a we sell, you sell partnership, and it works incredibly well, I think, for both of us.
Great. All right. Well, thanks very much for your time, and congratulations on all the success.
Well, Andy, thank you. Big fan of yours and big fan of BTV.
Thank you.
All right.